What is up, brother? Today we're going over this beautiful hype distribution. Let's get into it. On a higher time frame, you can see we are in a big range from high to low, and then you can see, hey, we are deviating the range. So let's look at the DL tool to know, hey, are we breaking the range or are we deviating it? And when you use the DL tool, you don't want the close, a body candle close outside of the DL tool. Everything in between is just a deviation, all right? So this is still a deviation of the range, and you extend the range, you indeed see it rejected from the DL tool. So it's very nice to have a rejection POI there, because you don't have another POI there to reject from, not supply, not demand, you know. So we are now going on a lower time frame and watching, hey, do we see a distribution schematic? And what did we get, guys? Amazing. But I had my alert on the extreme liquidity, but I will go over it later. Let's go back in time even more, and then we can see, hey, we are forming a nice range, leaving liquidity behind. Okay, that is what you want for a distribution schematic, for a Wyckoff schematic. So you make a higher low, you draw your range from high to low, and this is obviously your range, because this is a range horizontal price action. This is obviously your range. Let's delete the DL tool because we don't need it right now. And then you can see, oh, delete it, and then you can see we have a tap 2 here. This deviates your range, your initial range high. So this is your deviation, aka your tap 2. So this is your tap 1, tap 2, and now we're watching for tap 3 POI. And what is your tap 3 POI gonna be? Because this is your first move up before going down. All right, first move up before going down. That is gonna be your extreme liquidity POI. It's very, very obvious. It is below your tap 1, and as I always say, you preferably want your tap 3 being above your tap 1. So this is your tap 1, and you want it to deviate your tap 1, but that's not necessary. Okay, let's see what price is doing, because we are having a very, very nice range. It is very low time frame, but let's play it. And when I play it, you can see we're still leaving liquidity behind, because this were all lows here stacking up on each other. It was all stacking up on each other. This was all liquidity. This is all liquidity. So that's all going to be taken when you form a Wyckoff schematic. All right, let's play it and let's see if we are going to the extreme liquidity POI, because I had my alert on this POI. Of course, you always watch for extreme supply as well. Was this candle extreme supply? No, because this candle was inside of this candle, of the previous bullish candle. If it was higher, then it was supply. Right now it's not. On the higher time frame as well, when you look at the higher time frame, there is no supply to be looked at. You only have this very big supply block, but that's just way too big to be a clear POI, you know. Let's watch on the 3-minute. You also don't have any supply POI. You could have used this. Yes, it's true. I didn't use it because the extreme liquidity was looking cleaner, and as I always say, I preferably want to deviate that tap 1 with my tap 3. All right, preferably, not necessary, preferably. All right, right here we were having exhaustion, because when I play it more, you can see indeed exhaustion, and then you went lower. So what you did do here, you kind of had your 1, your 2, and your 3. So you kind of had a Wyckoff and a Wyckoff. This was not per se a Wyckoff, but it was more exhaustion coming into your extreme liquidity POI, but you didn't touch it. So my alert didn't even went off. I wasn't looking at it. You can see here your 1-minute break on the 30-second. Do we have a clear break? Because this is a very, very low time frame schematic. Then you can use the 30-second breaks. But right now, there isn't really any clear structure right there. So your structure is going like this. It's going higher. You make a higher low. It's going higher high, higher low, higher high. All right. So this is going to be your break of structure. So put it on your chart. This is your break of structure. And there's your entry going to be. Because let's see where it closes. It closes right there. So your entry would have been a bit lower. It would have been right here. So the RR wasn't the best for this trade. The third tap wasn't the best for this trade as well, because you had no extreme liquidity grab. All right, so your tap 3 isn't the strongest as well. Do these highs sound as a strong top? Yes, it does. Let's look at the 10-minute if it's a good Bojan. Let's look at the 15-minute. And on the 15-minute, you can see this is an incredible high. All right, you have your high going right this, it's going higher. This one takes step 1 and this one takes step 1. All right, so this is a model 1 high, as you can see. So these highs are taking each other, boom, you make a lower high and you have your follow through. That's what you always see. Study those highs, guys. Please study those highs. You have another one, that's of course this one. I almost explain in every video. Then you have a high right this, going higher and going lower. Boom, you have your follow through. All right, that's another very good high. You have your 3 dots right here and you have your 3 dots right here. This is more a model 2. Let's delete that so you can see an incredible high forming. That could be the reason to take the trade, because your tap 3 is now a strong tap 3, a stronger tap 3, not the strongest. That's why I didn't take it, because it didn't grab the extreme liquidity. But this would have been your entry right there. Stop goes above the high and we target the range low for a 2RR trade. It's still a wonderful, wonderful trade. And of course you wouldn't TP fully there, because you're deviating the L2. You're an extreme premium, and right there you did have some follow through indeed, and price was fucking around right there, but you did have follow through. So I would have TP'd 50%, stop goes to break even, and just let it run. And where will my second TP be? Because right now it's playing still. This in real time. My second TP would probably have been right here on this demand zone. This is a big demand zone. We didn't mitigate that, so I think my TP wouldn't have been hit, but this would be my final TP. Then you would have an RR of 8, an 8 RR trade, but you have TP'd 50% at the range low, of course, as your technical target. See you in the next video. Ciao, ciao.